Hi, I'm going to give a report, basically a monthly report, but through May 2022 for Anaheim Hills, California. And this report, the numbers are pretty much trending in Orange County and pretty much of California. So here's the report. By the way, I'm Mike Patel with FirstTeam Real Estate in Anaheim Hills, California. So let's look at the housing report, like I said, as of May 2022. The median home price in Anaheim Hills was 1.23 compared to last year, which is up almost 17% from just a year ago. That's a significant increase, and a lot of Orange County homes, a lot of California homes have gone up 15 to 20%. In one state, the prices are up 40%, like in Miami, the rates are up 40%. So it's very significant. A lot of things happened in the last 6 months, and a lot of things are going to happen differently in the next 6 months. So stay tuned. Let's look at the number of home sales. What happened in the month of May 2022? Well, they were up 14% from last year. There were 51 homes sold, which is up about 14% from May 2021 through 2022. Let's look at active listings. Now here, if there's one big change in 2022 in Anaheim Hills and pretty much of most of Orange County, is that the number of listings coming on the market has jumped significantly. In Anaheim Hills, the number of listings has jumped to 80% from last year, which is a big jump. So what happens when there's a lot of homes coming for sale compared to the previous months? When more homes comes on the market, there's more competition, so it takes longer to sell a house. And when it takes longer to sell a house, prices stay, or you don't get the 10, 20 multiple offers that you used to get. And to show that, last year, the days on the market in May or throughout 2022 until May was about 6 or 7 days. Now the days on the market has jumped from about 7 days to 8 to 10 days, which is taking longer. I myself wrote some offers in Anaheim Hills, and the offer we got was on a house. There was only one offer. My buyer was the only buyer who wrote an offer on that property, and they did not get the offer until 2 weeks later. It was sitting in the market for 2 weeks. It was listed in the 1.3 range, and it sold in the 1.2 range. So moving forward, the sellers have to price it right. They have to spruce up the house or make it seller ready, because the buyers are getting very picky and very cautious, and I don't blame them. And why are the buyers cautious and taking their time? Well, several reasons. As you know, the interest rates has gone up. It's almost 6% as of today, which is on June 30th almost. Inflation is up 8%. Home prices, as I just mentioned, went up 15% in Anaheim Hills. So buyers are saying now they don't want to pay the higher prices. The interest rate has thrown off some people from qualification, and they cannot even afford to buy the house. So the buyers are being very cautious. So the sellers now have to be very competitive in selling their home and marketing their house and pricing their house. And also their expectations has to be reasonable now. Days are gone. What the numbers show is that there are no multiple offers out there. Buyers are requesting repairs. Buyers are not giving the big difference in appraisal values. So their buyers want the home appraised. So starting May, it's a whole new market. One of the things that has happened in May, through May 2022 in Anaheim Hills and also in Orange County, is that the listing price and the sales price ratio has still remained the same. What that means is, if a house was listed for $1 million, in the last 5 or 6 months, homes were selling at $1 million or more. In fact, in Anaheim Hills, they were selling at 103% of the listing price, which means homes were getting 3% on average more than the listing price until May 2022. That was closed. So any escrows that went into April, May, and gonna close in June, July, August, we will not see that according to what's happening in June, what we are seeing, and those numbers will be reflected in a couple of months when I give another report. Now, here's another significant data, not only in Anaheim Hills, but other areas, is that 17% of the homes for sale have actually reduced their listing price. Aha! I mentioned earlier that there was a house that was listed for almost 1.3 and my buyer got it for near 1.2. So what's happening is, for the sellers that have priced their home very high or above the market rate, 17% of those homeowners have actually reduced their prices, and that means they may not even get the listed price. So we see a big significant change. The numbers so far have been very good for the sellers. Prices are up, inventory is up. So what we have seen in the market is a very active May market through May 2022. Let's see what happens coming June, July, August sales. And of course, I'm curious to find out what's going to happen in fall. There's talk about a housing bubble. There's talk about recession. There's talk about interest rates hitting 8%. What's going to happen? Stay tuned.